Alrighty, welcome back to Bean Scottish Fitness. Just got off work. Then do some arms. And we're going to try to do some more varied exercises, so I'll be doing probably less reps, but heavier sets. So it's my Friday. Actually, it is Friday. Just got off work. I'm going to do some arms and some other exercises on these machines. I'm going to try to get some good pumps going, things like that. And then during the week, next week it'll be probably not too much going on. I will be on vacation. I will try to find a gym maybe to hop into, but it's going to be, I know one of the places I'm staying has a fitness center, which means if I'm lucky, they've got 45-pound dumbbells or 40s, which I can do a lot of work with. I just don't know if I'll be filming it, so it'll probably be very few lifting type of videos next week, but there should be a lot of beaches and national forests and just fun areas of visiting. We're going to go up through Michigan and come back down through Wisconsin, and some very interesting places that we want to go to. Some we have been to, some we have not been to, and I'm looking forward to it. So my favorite, tricep pull down. That's a good warm up. Then I got another machine that's kind of already set up for something, so I'm going to try it and just kind of mix it in with some different stuff. So here's going to be a new exercise I've done before, and I'm kind of playing around with the weights because I don't know where I want to be with the weight wise. And this is a trap and delt exercise. I used to do quite often, so I'm going to try to get back into it. That's all you're doing. And this is emulating pretty much the same thing when I'm over there in the one rack and I'm doing the delt raises. That's what this is too. Seems to have a little bit more resistance though, which I like. That felt good, you know, when you sometimes you just gotta keep mixing it up, making sure you're having fun. Alrighty, so second set of curls, and of course I kicked up the weight, and that's what we do. That's what I do. Now you don't have to do that, you can do 3 sets of the same weight, that's fine. I just always increase the weight, it's just been my routine. Do what's comfortable for you. You know, they had a creator on, I think it was Instagram, made a video, what I thought was a silly comment. He said, bench is an arm exercise. Okay, well, it can be if you go close grip. Then it does use a lot of your triceps. But in a standard grip or a wider grip, it's not an arm exercise. It is a chest exercise. It is a shoulder exercise. It's a lat exercise. And yes, at the end, you're locking out with your triceps. But when he said that it's an arm exercise only, you're wrong. And I told him, it mostly falls. The chest, pecs, delts, and then tries. And in that order of importance if you have a standard grip or a wider grip, even more pecs. So I get comments, well, your arms ain't big enough to bench that day. Folks, it's not an arm exercise. Regardless of what some of these guys will say. They didn't get those big arms by benching. They got big arms by doing these. And lots of them. And a lot more reps than I do. And eating probably more detailed meals than I do. So where I'm doing maybe 5 or 6 sets for biceps and 5 or 6 sets for triceps. They're doing 25 sets of each one in various exercises. So big arms doesn't mean stronger. All right, I'm gonna tell you, my arms are stronger than most people with bigger arms than that, but we train different. I train for strength. And when you're doing a bench, it's not arms. It's shoulders and pecs, lats. We're really bearing that weight. And the triceps are just a lockout. So people need to understand the difference. You know, so your biceps ain't big enough. Your biceps are not used in a bench press at all. You know, so learn your exercises, learn what muscle groups to do, and then understand there's some misinformation out there. Now back over to my tricep exercise. Now time for one of my favorites, tricep pull. With the arm exercise, I do more of a regular one. Lots of reps. I'm trying to get some size in it. All right. Various exercises in here today. That feels good. It's always nice to kind of work a different angle, get that pump going again. All right, third set. Delts are. Boy. But kiddos, that's where a lot of that's coming from, right there. All right, folks, it's time for full stack attack. Feels good. All right, like I said, in this series, then we'll put together something different. now for something completely different. All right, time for some hammer time. Can't touch this. Hammer time. Oh yeah. That really works the rest too. That's dumbbells. Now, weights. Try some raises. These are tough on the shoulders. I really feel them on the shoulders, especially that one. Now I'll have to warm up with these 30s. I usually go up right along with the hammers, but it's all on how the shoulders feel. If they keep creaking, then you gotta pay attention to that and stop doing it. So it'll be like my last regular workout for about a week. And then of course it's gonna be a vacation. Unless I find a real gym. Get out there early in the morning, my mom was still sleeping. Probably not gonna happen. So we did make some change of plans. The other area just didn't seem like it was a welcome area. So we went to plan B. Unfortunately. But sometimes you just have to react to the situation at hand whether you like it or not. So if I get the rest later on, get a nutrition as soon as I get home. Doing the proper exercise and hydration now, and I'm in the gym, and I'm lifting. Alrighty, so more hammer time. Welcome to the 35s. Can't touch this. That's a good exercise. Absolutely. I can really feel the pump getting in there. All right, let's try the overhead tries again. All right, that felt better. I'm not talking to myself in this video. It's hammer time again. All right. bags of salt. That's what it feels like I'm doing with bags of salt. And I'm going to do one. This one will be kind of more like just a cool down exercise. Get ready to head home. Didn't get as dirty as I liked it, but I did get a lot of work in there. I'm happy about that. A lot of times I'm just trying to get the blood moving, get the pump going, carry the nutrients into everything. And then I had a few people, I know, like, why do you lift? Why are you always lifting? Why are you always trying to lift heavy weights? Why are you trying to get stronger? Why are you posting the videos? We don't understand this. Okay, well, I said, I do the lifting for me. And it should be an individual thing. It should be an individual goal. Now, it's great when you can get a group of you to work together. Then it becomes a lot more fun. Whether you want to lift heavy, whether you want to lift light, whether you want to do high reps, low reps, whether you want to do cardio, whether you want to do sports or whatever, however you're getting your exercise in is a good one. When somebody says, oh, stop doing this, stop listening to them. Right? If it's an exercise you enjoy doing, it's doing you good. Every exercise contracts a muscle, period. All right, I do this because I enjoy it. And I want to stay strong. I don't want to be that typical, oh, he's in his 60s. He's, has a hard time walking upstairs, gets winded easy, he needs help getting stuff picked up. And, and am I like I was when I was, in my 30s? Oh, of course not. But I think as a male, and it's a general comment, it doesn't apply to everybody. I think as a male, I think we convince ourselves to stop staying in shape too early at an age. Is there a time when I won't be able to do this? I'm sure there is, but it's not today. And it's not tomorrow. And it's not next year. And the reason I post videos is because I have a lot of people sit there and write me, send me emails, send me comments, or meet me at events and say, I got back into fitness because of you. I stopped making that excuse, and I sit there and I did this, or I, got into tennis, or I got into golf, or I got into lifting, I got into running, got into yoga, got into whatever, and got in better shape, and I feel better because of that. That's why I do it. Lifting heavy and getting strong are my goals for me. All right, something I want to do, something I'm striving to do, and I want to be able to accomplish. And it's tough. It's hard. It'd be easier saying, I'm just gonna, concentrate on repping 2 1/4. If I can rep 2 1/4 25 times, I can press anybody. But that's not me. But whatever your goal is, keep working on it, and don't let other people who are not in fitness or not at the type of fitness you're in, don't let them talk you out of it. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.